Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And today I wanted to show you how I made it's a really great gift box. I filled it with some chocolate and left some room to fill it with something else. And I made it using the acetate boxes that we have from Stampin' Up! This is part of the Creativity Abounds blog hop. And so every month, a group of demonstrators from Australia, the US, Canada, and the UK get together and we create two projects. One we share as part of our blog hop, and the other we share as part of a tutorial bundle that we give away to our customers, or if for an order, or you can purchase. So if you want this one, you can actually this tutorial. This month we're focusing on gift packaging. So if you're interested in this tutorial bundle, you can purchase it from me for $15 Canadian. So I decided I would use the acetate boxes, and I've combined them with the Eden's Garden, which is the beautiful product suite that is an early release from the upcoming January to June mini catalog. The designer series paper, there is cotton paper, and there are gems that are only available while supplies last. But the stamp set and dies will carry over into the new, will be part of the new catalog. And I am so excited. I absolutely love this product suite. So if you do want the designer series paper, cotton paper, and gems, you really should get your order in soon so you get it before they run out. All right, I'm going to switch over to my desktop and I will show you how I put this box together. All right, so this is the box, and it is one of the acetate boxes that we have. We have two different sizes of acetate box. This is the one that is, I have to get the measurements, oops, is not quite 4.5 by 5 3/4 is kind of the size that this is. What I decided to do, so I've got a belly band on it. What I decided to do is use the designer series paper to create some sections to my box. So I folded it, and then I've got another one using Evening Evergreen, and it just gives some sections. And I see my chocolate has kind of moved a little bit and shifted, but it just kind of is a nice way to put that together. Let's get this back. Anyway, you can kind of see, and I've got some of the crimped up paper that I've used to fill that for the moment. All right, let me show you how I put this together. So first of all, you're going to need one of these great boxes. They come flat, so you can just fold on the score lines, fold everywhere there's a score line. There's no adhesive needed for this. So I'm just folding this. These are great for cards, so you could make some cards for someone and put them into one of these acetate boxes. Or you can do what I'm doing. I'm just going to, hopefully that muted an apology if I didn't. I got a tickle in my throat. All right, so I've got my box ready. So now I've got a piece of the designer series paper. It's just stunning designer series paper. It is all in Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent and white. And on one side is the gold specialty, so the gold foil. And on the other side, this one's Soft Succulent and the Evening Evergreen with chevrons. This piece is 5 3/8 by 5 3/4. Or I'm going to give you the metric measurements because I know that this tutorial is available because we have demonstrators from other countries besides North America, Canada, and the US. So this piece is 14.3 by 14.6 centimeters. And you're going to score this at, now I just want to make sure that I'm just going to score this the right way. So you want to score this, yes. So this is the 5 3/8 edge. So put the 5 3/8, not the longer edge. 5 3/8 edge on the top, and you're going to score this at, I'll give you the measurements in just a minute. You're going to score this at 2.5 3 and 3.5, or 6.3 centimeters, 7.5 centimeters, and 8.7 centimeters. And then you're going to fold. So the middle score line, if you fold upwards, so you make a mountain. And then the other ones will be the valleys. So you can fold on that one and that one. And you're going to fold this up to form, this is your section. So this is going to fit into the box and stop it from things from moving from side to side. And you can just take tear and tape adhesive, stamp and seal. You can take your multi-purpose liquid glue, but you just want to put adhesive down one side and fold that together so it doesn't come apart. So now you've got a piece with this section on it. And then this fits into your box. Like that. So now you've got two sections in here. But what I've done is created another section. So I took a piece of evening evergreen. I'm not sure I've got this cut the right size. I want this to be 1 7/8. So I'm just going to make sure. Actually, that's 1 7/8. Sorry, that is right. 1 7/8. No, that's right. 1 7/8 by 4 inches. I'm just going to cut that. And you're going to score this at 1/2 inch. And I'll give you the metric measurements in just a minute. 1/2 inch and 3.5 inches. I did that wrong. I did that backwards. So 1/2 inch and then 3.5 inches. Camera, I realize. All right. So in metric, this piece is 10.2 centimeters by 4.7 centimeters. And you're going to score it at 1.2 centimeters and 9 centimeters. So you end up with a piece that you're just going to fold on these score lines. And so this is just a piece that will, we're just going to slide in to the box. And this just creates another section in this smaller section like that. Okay, so what I did for that is I've just got some of these Merci chocolates. So I'm just going to put a couple of chocolates down now. I'm going to take my paper snips and hold that down. Hold this down so I can get these chocolates down over top of the paper, which is just not cooperating today. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's try this again. Hold that down, and then I'm going to just push my chocolates over. There we go. There's one. And then this one, go up and over top. There we go. All right, so these go down into this section of it, and then this little flap will fold up and hold those in place like that. Okay, and then I've got some of these Lind, they're actually Swiss chocolates, so I'm just going to put these in this section. You can put whatever you want in here, but this is what I had, so I've got some of the chocolate. And then you can decide what you want to put in the other section. Maybe it's some stamping supplies. Some blends would fit in here. Anyway, you can put what you want. For the moment, I have some of this crimped paper that I'm just going to put in. Just kind of makes it look nice. Put it down. Like that. My take your pick tool would help to actually put this into the right spots. Okay, there we go. So that's the box, and then these can just fold up and close like that. No adhesive needed. you've got your box, and I've got my chocolate in it. Now, let's make this belly band. So for this, I've cut evening evergreen. So the width, or the width is 1 7/8 or 10.2 centimeters. If you have some paper that is longer, you can, actually, sorry, I gave that wrong. The belly band is 1 1/4 inch by 12 inches, or 2 pieces that are 1 1/4 by roughly 7 inches. So I've just gone ahead and cut 2 pieces of evening evergreen that are 1 1/4 inches by 8.5. If your metric 3 centimeters by 30 centimeters or 3 centimeters by 17.5 centimeters will give you enough to make a belly band. I'm going to use some tear and tape adhesive to join my pieces together. Because I don't have a piece that is long enough to go all the way around, I'm using 2 pieces and joining them together. So you may have to do the same. Okay, so just some tear and tape, backing off. And then I'm just going to put these 2 pieces, overlap them, and now I've got a piece that is long enough to go around mine, and I can actually trim it. I'm going to put the seam at front and back, but the front one will be hidden. So I want to take and score this at 3.5. Say this, and I'm not positive I've got this right. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I'm not sure. So 3.5. So score it at 3.5, 4 1/4, 8 3/4, and 9 3/8. Or in metric, it's scoring it at 9 centimeters, 10.5 centimeters, 22.3 centimeters, and 24 centimeters. And then this, if you just kind of fold, and I think this is not quite right. Oh, no, it is. Okay, so you can just fold it nicely around and adhere it together. You can trim this off. You don't need this full piece. So I'm just going to take and trim it so that I've got enough to adhere it together. And again, if I could find my tear and tape adhesive, oh, there it is. I'm going to use some tear and tape adhesive just because I want this to hold really well. You don't want this. Well, actually, for this belly band, it doesn't matter so much because there's no need to actually take the belly band off to get into the package. If you had a belly band around a card, for example, you would want to make sure you don't have the belly band too tight around that card if they're going to need to take it off, the belly band off. So I'm just going to unstick my finger and overlap that. So now I've got my belly band on. I have a piece of gold. This is gold foil, and I've cut this 1 inch by 4 1/4 or 2.5 centimeters by 10.8 centimeters. And I think I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal. You could use Stampin' Seal, you could use multi-purpose adhesive glue, but I'm just going to put gold over this. It kind of holds that, hides that seam. And then the last part is to make a tag. And so I've gone ahead and cut a tag out of, this is the largest of the TaylorMade tag dies. And so you need a piece of cardstock, basic white cardstock that's about 1 3/4 by 1 1/2 or 5.5. That doesn't seem right. My metric measurements are never confident on. Yeah, about 11 centimeters by about 5.5 centimeters. I was right. And you cut this, so this is the largest of the TaylorMade tags. So I'm going to use Evening Evergreen. And this is the Eden's Garden. It's a beautiful stamp set. So I'm going to just get a couple of these. Now I'm going to use the biggest flower. Get that unstuck. There we go. And I'm also going to use the sentiment that says sending hugs. And we'll just stamp this on here like that. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment while I have my ink pad out on just a scrap of basic white cardstock. I'm going to just fussy cut that out. Then I've gone ahead and cut somewhere. I have cut. Oh, here they are. There's one piece anyway. There we are. Okay, I've got to cut ahead and cut a little strip of designer series paper and a little strip of gold foil. And these two are going to, this is about, it's about 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4, or it's about 2 centimeters by, let me get my measure, 1, 2, 3, 4.5 centimeters. And that fits across the bottom. And then your piece of gold, it can be just a narrow little strip, or I'm just going to show about 1/4 of an inch of it. And so I'm just going to use this piece that I have and adhere my designer series paper to this. So you've got about 1/4 of an inch showing. Let that dry. Now, while that dries, I realized I forgot the gems. So I'm just going to dig through and find, if I can. I'm really hoping to show you. I didn't have them when I bought when I made this suite. I didn't have the garden gems that go along with the Eden's Garden. And of course, now when I want to actually show them to you, I can't find them. So I might have to use gilded gems, even though they're here somewhere. I've got some to use these. Okay. All right, so these are the garden gems that go along with this product suite. They are just so stunning. All right, so I've got this adhered on. So this piece can adhere to the bottom of my tag like that. And then my sending hugs, I'm just going to fussy cut it. So just around the edge using your paper snips. I like to fussy cut sentiments. All right, here we go. And I'm going to use some dimensionals, just a couple. Put that like that. And then let's put some of these garden gems on here. So they come in 3 different shape sizes. So there are these ones. I don't know what they're called. I know there's a name for that cut. And then the circles, and they've got a bit of cherry cobbler color to them. So I'm going to use those. They just seem like they've got a bit of the green as well. There we go. So that's some gems. And then you need some ribbon. So I've got some of the Evening Evergreen open weave ribbon. And you only need about maybe 4 inches, probably not even that. put that. So I'm going to put that through this hole like that. And then I've got some of the Simply Elegant trim, and I'm going to use just a little bit of the gold to tie my tag on. Now I'm going to wait because I always find it easier to tie my tag on once I have it adhered down. So let's find my dimensionals. Now I want to make sure I've only got my tag adhered to the belly band. So I'm actually going to put the dimensionals right on top of the belly band. That way I know that I'm not going to stick my tag to the box itself. And now I can take my piece of gold that I've lost. Here it is. I'll just put it underneath and hold it in place. And there. Now I can just tie this into a little bit of a bow. And trim. There. Isn't that a great box? I would absolutely love to get one of these boxes in the mail, whether it had chocolates or some stamping supplies or not sure what, but anything would be lovely. So that belly band goes on there. This one I used gilded gems, and this one, of course, I've used the garden gems. Right. I hope you enjoyed that. And just a way to do some gift packaging with the holiday season coming up. This doesn't have to be for holidays. It could be for any event or any occasion, because I know anybody would love to get this box. So nicely decorated, and especially with such a beautiful tag. All right, everybody, if you have questions as you're watching this video, hop over to my blog, and the written instructions and measurements will all be there for this project. And so you can grab them from them. If you have questions, either leave a comment on the video or on my blog, and I'll answer the questions for you. If you're watching this, I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get notified when I do my upcoming videos. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Happy stamping.